I'm sick of this shit, get to the point, tell me what I need to know. And that's literally what she does. She just gets to the point, like, this is it, and this is steps A, B, and C, and this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to Duel Perspectives. I'm Diamond Simons.
And I'm Sami Iman, and today we are reading the book I'm Sick of This Shit by Trisha Sightner.
So have you ever sat down and just looked at your life and you're like, I'm sick of this shit. I need change. I need something new. I need to be pursuing something. I need to get my life together because this shit sucks.
Yeah. I know there's been times when I've had those moments, but the question becomes, what do you do to move from where you are to where you're trying to go? And I think this book has that answer. Now I want to start with a preface that I am usually not a fan of self-help books or motivational books because I feel like they don't go far enough. They give you these ideas about what you should do or how you should think or how you should react, but they don't say, and here's the steps on how you start to head in that direction. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this book does the opposite of that, which I appreciate.
Yeah, so I am a big fan of self-help books, and I read more of those than I do fiction books. So, and I agree, they don't always tell you exactly what steps you should take in order to kind of push yourself to the next level. They just say, you know, you should think this way and, okay, go out there and figure it out and figure out what you want to do. But I do like how this book, which is technically a workbook because it's not like a full book, it was really short, but it kind of tells you, here's some steps to evaluate the way you think, and here's some steps and next things that you should do or actions that you should take in order to achieve something.
Yeah, so actions you should take to start moving forward.
Right.
And I feel like, it is a pretty short book. It's an easy read, I feel like. But I also feel like she takes out a lot of the fluff that you get from a lot of self-help and motivational books. Because, you know, they want to go into these long, drawn-out examples or... But
they do put stories in there, which I guess could kind of be like a fiction book.
Well, it's not necessarily fiction if it's actually somebody's life, but... Yeah,
but I mean, they still have the story aspect of it where it's like, okay, I can relate to that story.
Yeah, they do, but then it's like, okay, so if I should be thinking this way about this, how do I go? How do I get there? Mm-hmm. And not to say that it has to be this drawn out situation, because there's a few self-help and motivational books that I do enjoy because they do have situations where it's like, this is like, check this box that this is how you're feeling and here's what you can do to fix that. Mm-hmm. You know, but most of them do not, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a workbook in order for it to be, you know, like a functional self-help motivational book. And it still needs the stories. You still need something that you can say, yeah, you know, I can relate to that. And but a lot of them don't have it, which this one does. Mm-hmm. And so, which is great for me, you know, because I'm a doer. You know, I don't like to sit and think about things for too long. It's like, okay, this is this is what I need to change. Now, how do I get from point A to point B to point C? You know, and so
funny. She's a doer, and I'm just like, okay, let me just lay out the whole plan and think about it and rethink about it. Okay, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, but I got to think about it a little bit more.
This book can help you get through, I think, a lot of that prep work and a lot of that thinking that you wouldn't know where to. I think that's the problem. Like, most people don't know where to start, you know? And it's like, okay, I want to do something different, but how do I start? You know, and a lot of it is the way that you think, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you view the world and the things around you. And if you consider there to be abundance out there, if you consider there to be, you know, a lack of abundance, and if you feel like there's a lack of abundance, then you need to change your perspective. Goes back to changing the way that you think. And changing the way that you think about yourself, the world, and what you want to pursue will have lasting impact. And I feel like this book actually takes you on that journey to start figuring all of that out and figuring out what you want to do and how you want to live your life, because that's also a lot of the problems that a lot of people have is like, okay, I know I want to be doing something else, but what do I do?
Right. That's one of the things I really like about this book is she asks a lot of questions, and you actually have to sit down and think about it and write it out, which I did. And I think it's really good for a beginner.
Yeah.
For someone that has no idea what they're passionate about. They have no idea what next steps to take. They just know they're sick of where they are right now.
Yeah.
And I think that she really lays it out in a way that you can kind of take a step back and think about what you really want.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, and this is what you could do next to pursue whatever it is that you found out what you really want.
Right, exactly. And so I honestly feel like if you are in that area in your life where you're like, okay, something's got to change, what I'm doing right now is not working for me, and it doesn't have to be anything big or anything drastic.
Right.
You know, it could be something as simple as maybe you want to find another place to live, you know, or maybe you need a new car or something like that. You know what I mean? New job, exactly. Like, it can start small, but the great thing about it is that as long as you start, and I feel like this book gives you a good starting point, you can always build off of that, and you can always grow off of that. And so I think she did a really good job, and I think, too, a lot of times, most people don't like to read. And so it's nice that it's on the shorter side.
Yeah. And
it's not like this 300-page book just pretty much telling you how you think horribly and you need to change how you think. It's like, okay, so essentially you're sick of this shit and you're ready to start something new.
Yeah, even if it's like a big self-help book. You're like, I'm sick of this shit, get to the point, tell me what I need to know. And that's literally what she does. She just gets to the point, like, this is it, and this is steps A, B, and C, and this is what you need to do. Yeah. And she throws in some anecdotes and everything like that, which is great, you know, but it's great. It's great. So I feel like I don't know, I would recommend it. Would you recommend it? I would recommend it.
Okay. So
especially for someone that's just starting out.
Yeah. We agree. But yeah, I feel like if you're just starting out and you really are trying to figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, or you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, you just don't know where to start, this will be a great book to pick up. We'll leave a link in the description about where you can get this book, and you can start your journey. What we would like, though, is for you to tell us, what shit are you sick of?
Yes. Give us all the shit.
Give us all the shit.
All the shit.
We'll take the shit away from you so that you don't have to worry about the shit anymore. You can go read the book and start clean and fresh. But with that being said, we love you guys, and we can't wait to see you again next month with a new book.
Yes.
So we'll see you later. Bye guys.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. If you like what you saw today, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Love ya.
Sorry guys.